Just
Okay.
expand on what you're seeing.
I think, first of all, I'm going to say part of me thinks it's for the money. Okay. But yeah, but what it feels like is maybe 5'7". It feels like a Halloween costume because I'm feeling a little sweaty on the inside.
Okay.
Okay. And a round head, round belly, and the arms. Legs look funny because it's not on all fours, because here's the arms and there's the legs. But again, this thing flapping in the wind. So I don't know if that's a nose or whether someone tried to put an elephant costume together to scare them.
Oh my God, you are unreal.
Why?
Are just unreal. I'm just going to ask you before we push along to show you. Describe a little bit more about the being upright or not upright, the legs, the arms, just anything odd there.
I know there's something wrong with the legs, but I can't really see in the dark. The arms are funny because I would tell you they're shorter than my arms, but I swear there's a body inside of here and I'm killing myself because I'm sweating. It's humid. And this is just, this rubber is making it even more humid.
Okay, so you're saying this is somebody wearing a suit?
I feel like this is someone's, it's a prank. I realize that maybe he doesn't think so because it's dark. I'm scared. But yeah, if I was a rational person, I'd say it was an alligator on legs, but it doesn't look like an alligator because the head doesn't look like, the mouth doesn't go like this.
I knew this was going to be fun.
But I think we all need a little excitement in our life. Okay.
Okay.
And I think that we wouldn't have wheels, we wouldn't have spaceships if people didn't have imaginations. I think it's quite humanly possible to see a cryptic animal that there is absolutely no explanation for it.
I'd love to. I'm dying to see Sasquatch.
You should have come with me when I was a kid.
Do you see Sasquatch?
Sure, we were in Ohio.
Get out of here. Let's hear it.
Welcome to Seeing Dead People, the slow burn storytelling podcast where our host, Nicola, challenges her psychic friend Darcy to communicate with the dead and unravel historical ghost stories, unsolved true crime mysteries, and all things paranormal. If you want to be spooked, amazed, and entertained, stick around for an astonishing, deep dive convo with the spirits on the other side. And now, Radio Sydney presents Seeing Dead People, episode 62, The Enfield Horror.
Hey, Darcy, how you doing today?
I am doing good. How are you?
Good, thanks. I really dig the hair. It's fun to have different styles and different colors.
It is. Most of them are reddish because that's what I'm used to for my own hair. Okay, I just opened my internet on my iPad.
So you have to pull in some photographs?
Yeah, they're loading right now, so we're
Okay.
good to go anytime you are.
Okay, great. I think we're going to have a lot of fun tonight and a few frights in our future, which is fun. I'm really looking forward to chatting to you about this. Tonight, I thought we would record a two-part podcast, so 2-episode podcast.
Okay.
Okay, because the subject matter we're diving into tonight, I know you don't know yet, but it's vast. It we could talk for hours and hours, but I've just broken it down, I think, into 2 good episodes. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Okay. So,
have you got any ideas? I'm not even going to start anything. So just let me have it. What are you thinking?
okay. So, you remember the last time we did the guys from outer space?
Yeah, with the lead masks?
Yeah.
Yes, that was really neat. And how you knew that they wore black visors within the first, I don't know, minute and a half of a show. I'll never know. It was brilliant.
Okay. Well, I'm not 100% sure it's still to do with outer space on this show, but it's definitely out of our normal realm of dead people.
Oh, how do you know that?
Just okay, I'd love to say I'm just guessing, but I went for a walk around the block with Ashley and I said, I think she's doing another alien type show tonight.
My God, there you go. You're pretty well stealing the thunder, but I won't say alien in the sense of aliens from, I guess, other planets. That's a possibility.
You mean bugs, right? Because I hate bugs.
No, they're not. There's, there's one that's bug related, so we'll have to just see.
Okay.
Okay, then we're going to discuss one element, one subject matter in great length in our first episode tonight, and then our
Okay.
second episode will be handling three like similar related ideas, but in a shorter version for each.
Like alien abduction, like being
No.
abducted from your home.
I would love to, and there's one I'm thinking about for future, but this isn't it.
Okay.
Okay, so tonight we are heading south, breaking, of course, through the 49th parallel, and then down to the US, and then to the east to the great state of Illinois.
Ooh.
And we've investigated mysteries in the land of Lincoln before, Darcy. You'll recall we examined the terrible 1956 double murder in Chicago of the teenage Grimes sisters.
Yes.
That was a really sad one, and we called it the Lost Bobby Soxers. And I'm just wondering, when I just say that, does anything come to you?
Just a lot of sadness, like a lot of still unanswered questions. What direction do we go in? I can't remember, but did they not find the killer?
No, they did not find the killer.
Okay. So it's still looking.
Still looking, yeah, very sad.
You know what's really weird with that? Now that you brought that up, it's almost like I want to open a closet door and look in the little blue box because the evidence is there.
And that's interesting. So if you said the evidence there, then evidence would be something like what? A photograph, a letter,
A keepsake?
a keepsake, like a piece of hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know whose closet we should open, but I would like to know that.
Maybe someone will come past it yet.
Yes, maybe they might run into it. In lots of people find things in houses, especially if they buy a new house or something, or cleaning out an old house.
Yeah.
So let's hope that happens in Chicago, or maybe it could be anywhere, depending on where the killer comes from. Okay, and then we also investigated, related to Illinois, we investigated the last puzzling flight of the most famous aviatrix and aviator, really, of all time, I think, Amelia Earhart. You may remember, you knew where Amelia's final resting place was in the bottom near this little island where they'd landed or crashed. Any inklings about what happened to Amelia now that we're just talking about her quickly?
To me, I can't remember if she's still lost or not.
She's still lost.
It feels like she's still lost. There's still evidence to be found, and maybe it will wash up one day on the beach shore and they can find it. Or it's already there. It's just a matter of burying it.
Probably, yes, because I'm sure they did crash, and where exactly the plane is, nobody knows, but you had a neat idea of a location in kind of a lagoon off this little island. That was fun. So I'm just going to say to our audience, if you haven't caught episode 9, The Lost Bobby Soxers, or episode 20 of The Last Flight of Amelia Earhart, please check them out on our website. They're fantastic. But I'll pull us now to tonight's episode, Darcy. It's a doozy.
Okay.
We're in a small village called Enfield. And as I said, we're in the land of Lincoln, Illinois. I want you to look at photo number 1. We'll just get ourselves situated as to our geographic location. And there we are. There's big Chicago, the Windy City straight at the top.
Yep.
And Enfield straight down, still in Illinois, but near the bottom of Illinois. Little place called Enfield.
Not far from Toronto.
No, exactly. Not far from Toronto. I don't know if you get any vibes from that little image, but we're going to take you to a closer one that gives you an aerial view of the little town. And we're talking 1,000 people.
Oh, it's like where I used to live. Yeah.
Yeah. Any inklings of anything going on there?
Okay. I'm going to say maybe someone created something there, a character of some sort, or maybe someone thought they saw something. Like, I'll go alien, but it seems really, if I made it an anteater, I'd probably be closer to the truth.
And so you're leaping ahead in many ways here. You're already saying we're seeing some kind of creature.
Yeah.
Maybe alien as in out of this world, or literally from Mars. Okay, there are many ways of being alien.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you're actually giving it some kind of an image, some kind of body mass, because you're calling it an anteater.
Yeah, like an elephant standing on its legs and its trunk's doing this.
I don't believe this. Okay, I just refuse to believe this. How do you know that?
I looked at the Enfield map and you said Enfield. I thought Antville, and then it just popped into my head.
My God. Okay. My God, you're like on it. Let's just Keep going. We'll show it to
There's
you.
an
So,
ant. There's, what are they called?
anteater?
Aardvark. You know,
Aardvark.
the Aardvark cartoon.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You're like nailing pretty close to it. So let's just talk about what happened. So it's April 25th, 1973, in this tiny little railroad town. Okay, 1,000 people or so. People never, of course, really heard of Enfield before. Then it became incredibly famous pretty quickly afterwards. Okay, or actually infamous. We're going to say something unusual happened. Very unique, very scary. Turned up at a house owned by Henry McDaniel and his family. Let's meet the main man, Henry, in a photograph number 3. And he's looking at something a little odd, very puzzled. There's Henry, our guy. And there's what he's
Yeah.
looking at. So this is it's hard to see, I know, but it's a door. And it's a screen door. Okay?
Yep.
So
It
what do you get?
definitely is.
So what do you get from seeing Henry looking at this? And describe to us what's wrong with the screen door.
Okay, obviously something tore at the screen door. And what I find interesting, and I'm pointing at your screen, so you have to look at, when you look at the circle where it looks like the head was, it looks like there's a brain in there. I know it's probably just a reflection.
Are you
but
talking here?
yeah,
Oh, for God's sake. A brain. Okay.
a brain.
Oh, I see. It's a reflection. Could be. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's interesting. There's, if you look closely, I almost see 2 eyes and a kind of bald head.
absolutely.
Oh, wow. God, that's weird. Okay. All right, cool. Something very strange happened here. He's looking at gashes, as you see in his screen door, his front screen door. Okay. Now, Henry's a rational man. He's a railroad guy. He's a World War II veteran. He doesn't go in for tall tales. But this is what supposedly happened to Henry Darcy. On the night in question, he returns home from work around 9:30 p.m. to find his kids in a panic in the house. They claim something tried to get through the front door and then a nearby window. Henry assumed, kids, it's a prank, okay? But then he heard scratching at his front door. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to show you another photo of the house and another door, which is I guess probably the back door. Oops, sorry. This is a shot of the window. The kids
Okay.
said something was trying to come into, and there's another door, probably the back door, they didn't try to enter. Okay. So I don't
Yeah.
know if that helps you know any more about what the house was like, but let's say Henry's inside with the kids and he thinks it's a prank, and then he hears this really strange scratching. So he opens the door. What does he see, Darcy?
Okay. I want to say like a large animal trying to get in.
Okay, good. I don't know how you get that, but good, exactly. He claims to see a creature, okay, outside in the dark between 2 bushes. Now, this is the description, and I'm going to ask you to describe it a little bit before I push you on to the next photograph. Let's
Okay.
expand on what you're seeing.
I think, first of all, I'm going to say part of me thinks it's for the money. Okay. But yeah, but what it feels like is maybe 5'7". It feels like a Halloween costume because I'm feeling a little sweaty on the inside.
Okay.
Okay. And a round head, round belly, and the arms. Legs look funny because it's not on all fours, because here's the arms and there's the legs. But again, this thing flapping in the wind. So I don't know if that's a nose or whether someone tried to put an elephant costume together to scare them.
Oh my God, you are unreal.
Why?
You are just unreal. I'm just going to ask you before we push along to show you. Describe a little bit more about the being upright or not upright, the legs, the arms, just anything odd there.
I know there's something wrong with the legs, but I can't really see in the dark. The arms are funny because I would tell you they're shorter than my arms, but I swear there's a body inside of here and I'm killing myself because I'm sweating. It's humid. And this rubber is making it even more humid.
Okay, so you're saying this is somebody wearing a suit?
I'm pretty sure it is. I feel like this is it's a prank, I realize that maybe he doesn't think so because it's dark. I'm scared. But yeah, if I was a rational person, I'd say it was an alligator on legs but it doesn't look like an alligator because the head doesn't look like the mouth doesn't go like this.
I knew this was going to be fun.
Okay.
I can't believe you know this much. Okay, this is what Henry saw, and I'll let you look it up in the next photograph in a second. He claims to have seen a creature standing between two bushes in the dark. Like you say, you're looking in the dark. I think that's hilarious because I'm not looking at anything, I got to tell you. It's about 5 feet tall, so it's not really large. Its eyes are special.
They glow?
Yes, they glow, and they glow a certain color.
I almost want to say green, not red.
Opposite, red, not green.
Okay, they are red.
Complementary colors. Okay, they glow red in the porch light. So he can see a little bit into the dark here.
Yeah.
It has short arms, as you said, maybe like a T-Rex or something. And its legs are special, Darcy.
Why?
It only has 3 legs. It
Oh,
has
that's why he's
3
not down on all fours.
No, I'm going to show you a pencil drawing, which a gal has named Justin Jacobs has done, and I've given her credit, of the Enfield monster. And you are so bloody close. It's ridiculous. Welcome to the Enfield monster. Say hello.
That's like an alien on steroids.
I know, but it's just like you said, it's aardvark. It's
Yeah.
an elephant,
An ant.
and it's on 3 legs that you saw. There's something wrong with the legs. It has short arms. That's ridiculous. How close you were. I can't get it.
Wow.
I can't understand you. That's amazing, Darcy.
That's okay. I can't understand myself either.
It's so cool.
See, I thought the snout should have been a little bigger. That's why I thought it was like an elephant.
Okay. This person did not witness this. This is just her imagination based on what they've heard. Okay. This is called a cryptid. It's a creature. Cryptid is like a word for animals or creatures we think people see them, but really science has never proved that they're in existence.
Okay.
Okay. So we have the best sightings of all of Vancouver Island of the greatest king of all cryptids, Sasquatch. Right?
Yes.
This is a cryptid, the Enfield monster. I don't know much about it, but it supposedly existed. So here's Henry facing his own cryptid into the dark. So what does he do? He grabs his pistol. Of course, he's got a pistol. And he fires. Boom, boom. The creature hisses, bounces off, covering 50 feet in a few jumps. So, I don't know, a kangaroo.
Yeah.
Okay. No sign of blood, no cry of pain other than this hiss, and just gone. So was it a prank or wasn't it a prank? Don't know. But I think the creature is so ugly, it's cute. And
could the hiss be helium being let out?
I was just thinking, if it's a balloon outfit and the hiss went, then the balloon is running out of steam, right? It's coming out, the helium's coming out. It would have been funny if the creature talked like, would you have helium?
Yeah.
But so I wanted to talk to you about these legendary, fantastic creatures for a long time.
That's hilarious.
This is a good one. You obviously could see it so clearly. That's what I just find astonishing. But do your spirit guides tell you that this is legitimate? Or as you say, is this a prank?
I'm pretty sure it's a hoax.
You're pretty sure it's a hoax. Do you think... I'll tell you what happens. The sheriff arrives because, of course, Henry calls for help.
Yeah.
They find claw marks on the door. They find odd footprints, 3-toed, weird 4-toed footprints in the dirt. No hooves, no, like more pads, I guess, than hoofs.
Okay.
Nothing like they've seen before. Now, McDaniel claims to have seen that creature, and he claims it to the end of his life, which he doesn't live that much longer. So this sighting, of course, what do you expect? Triggers panic, excitement, monster hunters coming from all over the place trying to check this creature out. And of course, lots of sightings, which tends to have this mass hysteria, or fear of missing out. I want to say I saw the creature, so I pretend I saw the creature. His story made the front page of the local newspaper, and I'd like you to read the paragraphs in the local newspaper on 6, photo number 6.
If I'm still on 3, just a minute.
Okay.
1 sec. 6. Come
Do
on.
you still see me? Because I'm not here anymore.
Oh, you disappeared.
Hmm.
Oh, wait.
Back
Add.
on the page. Now I'm in
You're
the show.
back.
I got kicked out. Okay. Because I was
Okay.
laughing hard.
Yep, probably. Okay. I'm going to number 6.
Yeah, if you read what the newspaper wrote about what Henry McDaniel saw the night before.
Wait a minute. 5.
It starts 3 legs, pink eyes.
No, I don't. Oh, there it is. 3 legs, pink eyes as big as flashlights. A monster at Enfield by Dennis Montgomery.
Yeah.
Associated Press writer, Enfield, Illinois. Henry McDaniel says he shot and wounded a monster on his doorstep and is worried it may come back to get even. McDaniel, 50, said he had just returned from a meeting Wednesday night when he heard something scratching on his door. It had 3 legs on it, he said, a short body, 2 little short arms, and 2 pink eyes as big as flashlights. It stood 4.5 feet tall, 4.5 to 5 feet tall, and was grayish. It was trying to get into the house, he said. McDaniel, an antique dealer, said he slammed the door and grabbed a pistol and a flashlight from the dresser in his bedroom and returned to the front door, opened it, and spotting the monster about 12 feet from the house, he fired 4 shots.
Ooh.
When I fired that first shot, I knew I hit him, he said. The creature gave out a hiss, he said, much like a wild cat's. Judging from his imitation of the covering 50 feet in 3 jumps, it fled. Okay, where's the picture of the creature?
Okay, that's number 5.
Okay, how can he hiss if he doesn't have a mouth?
I think this is, you have to imagine that this is not a perfect representation
Okay.
of what our monster looked like. There has to be a mouth somewhere where that nose is.
Yes, that's true. Or he sucks everything in through the nose.
Yes, or it could be the costume was punctured
Mm-hmm.
and the big hiss of the air coming out.
Yep.
Okay.
But I'll have to say, if it was a hoax, that person did an excellent job of making a costume.
You're not kidding. You're not kidding. Now, the key is if they did make an excellent job of that costume and it was struck by the bullet and hissed or whatever, it wasn't the last it was seen. This is what was told. A day after, the 10-year-old boy who lives right behind the McDaniels, okay, claimed the creature actually attacked him while he was playing in his yard. And it shredded his sneakers by standing on them as he tried to run away. He ran inside screaming. What happened after that, I have no idea. But soon, of course, other witnesses come forward. 2 men are driving through Enfield at night, and they claim they saw a gray, stooped over thing dart across the road. A local group of amateur monster hunters from a nearby college descended on the area with the old cameras and probably rifles and probably infrared and all kinds of things. And one of them later claimed that the creature slashed at the trunk of their car with a clawed hand before vanishing into the woods. Now, I think these are all a bit over the top speculation and fun stuff, but the newspapers, of course, took it to heart. Radio shows interviewed McDaniels, reporters, thrill seekers, skeptics, all came pouring into town. It's only 1,000 people in town, so they're overrun by all this. Some people, of course, were terrified of it. Others, like you, thought it was a hoax. But many people believed Henry because they knew Henry and thought of him as a decent,
rational person.
Individual. Exactly. Meanwhile, reporters, of course, dug into McDaniel's background to see if he was a bit of a nutcase, done something like this before, had any issues. Straight as a die. Yeah. Most credible man in town, one person said. Biologists from the university examined the tracks, were baffled, of course. Couldn't identify the species or even if it came from a known animal. Some skeptics said it was a pet kangaroo gone wild. There was a kangaroo in the town that had disappeared. This is a theory. So it's a possibility that Henry saw the kangaroo, but he says he knows what a kangaroo looks like, and this was no kangaroo.
But if the kangaroo was rapid, like with rabies, it's feasible.
No, I never
Because
thought of that.
kangaroos have short arms.
Exactly.
They have 2 legs. Like when I said it didn't look like a crocodile, because the mouth couldn't go like that. So, but the kangaroo has the tail.
The third leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, could have been.
So he wasn't wrong, but if the kangaroo was rabied and trying to get in, I could see why it was trying to get in if it was rabied.
Yeah, they're crazy. So if it had rabies, I never thought of that. I thought of, they said kangaroo. I thought, okay, it could be a wild kangaroo, but a rabid kangaroo. Now that's another thing.
Yeah.
One that's crazed in the brain. Scary stuff.
Yes.
And it had 3 legs. So you might have solved it there rather than the hoax, but I don't know, which would you say it was? Is it an alien? Is it a cryptid? Is it a misidentified kangaroo or a hoax? What do you think? What do you
I'm going to go with the cryptid because we really don't know what it is. I don't want to say it's a hoax, but I can understand too why I and other people thought it was but given the legitimacy of the gentleman in question, maybe because he was scared, there was a skewed version of what he saw.
Okay.
So I think if we do the cryptic animal, is that what you call it?
Yep.
Why can't rabbit kangaroo be that?
I mean, it wouldn't be considered a cryptid because it would be a kangaroo that was rabid and not something unidentified.
But if he couldn't really identify it because it was dark and farther away, right. What's his eyesight like? Is he 100% vision? It's dark. The way the light shines on things at night. How many times has he stumbled in the dark trying to find the outhouse?
Yeah, he wears glasses. We can see for the picture. He's 50, and this is in 1973. So, 50 in 1973 was a bit older than 50 today, I think.
Yes, a lot older.
Probably worked pretty hard in the railway, and then I guess he became an antique dealer. I don't really know about that. Well, this is interesting, Darcy, because it leads us into Henry a little bit more in that this is the dark heart of the story. Henry, the town wasn't too happy about, some people in the town weren't too happy about this creature idea. Others probably cashed in big time. Many people blamed Henry. He got threats from people. He was distrusted by people. Of course, he had lots of attention, right? Lots and lots of attention. So many people thought the McDaniel's creature was a nuisance, and then others thought it was like he was a raving lunatic himself. So those are the scale of what was happening. Regardless of how badly he was treated, and he wasn't treated badly by his fellow citizens for pretty well the rest of his life, he stuck to his guns. He stuck to his story. In every recount he gave, it was the same details, the same information. But in just later, this was April 73, later in the spring of 73, so not too many sightings, nothing. This creature is a goner.
Yeah.
Never to be seen again. So how do you explain that?
If it was the kangaroo, then it died.
And its body was never found?
Yeah.
I guess that's possible. Certainly.
Okay. If it was a costume, the costume was destroyed.
Right.
Okay.
And was a real cryptid?
Then I would have to say if it's that, then you're never going to find it because it could have, if it was wounded, it could have died as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm certain it came back. Think of a cocoon. You get a caterpillar into a cocoon, and when it comes out, it's something different. What if it hatched in a different way after it was shot?
Yeah, I like that. You could write sci-fi.
Yeah. I was just thinking, didn't Hitchcock do a movie like this?
Are you talking about the people who are in a pod?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the title. I don't know if it was Hitchcock or not, but very scary movie. I can't think of the title now. I should be able to think of it.
Isn't it the pod people?
Then they became Stepford wives. They were all like robots, but they were looking like the person whose body they took over.
Yeah, the pod people.
Yeah. The name will come to me. But that was a great movie. And I think Canadian Donald Sutherland, was in it.
Yeah.
As one of the main characters. And I think he was saved the day in the end. Way to go, Donald. Okay. So why then, Darcy, before we move into our next 3, why do we have these unknown phenomena reported? If we think they're not real cryptids, is there something that the human condition needs in seeing these kinds of things? Because it's not unusual, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we all need a little excitement in our life. Okay.
Okay.
And I think that we wouldn't have wheels, we wouldn't have spaceships if people didn't have imaginations. I think it's quite humanly possible to see a cryptic animal that there is absolutely no explanation for it.
I'd love to. I'm dying to see Sasquatch.
You should have come with me when I was a kid.
Do you see Sasquatch?
Sure, we were in Ohio.
Get out of here. Let's hear it.
Hey, SDP fans, Dorian here. You're going to want to kill me, but I'm cutting in to end this episode on a real cliffhanger. So did Darcy really see a Sasquatch? For the answer, and to experience more of Nicola and Darcy's discussion and entertaining investigation into 3 more legendary creatures, you got to tune in to Seeing Dead People, episode 63, Chasing Cryptids, Investigating the Mothman, the New Jersey Devil and the Flatwoods Monster. Thank you for listening to Seeing Dead People, where goosebumps are guaranteed. We would love to hear from you with questions for Darcy about her psychic process or suggestions for other mystifying situations you would like us to investigate. Please shoot us an email to info@radiosidney.ca with Seeing Dead People in the subject line. New episodes air on our website, radiosidney.ca, on the first Saturday of every month. Episodes repeat Saturday nights at 8 p.m. and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m., both Pacific time. All episodes are available as downloadable podcasts at our website or on our YouTube channel, Nicola Furlong Mysteries. I'm Dorian Mortis, weirdly keen on seeing dead people. This has been a presentation of Radio Sydney.